Nevada.
Heavy rain producing
thunderstorms have rendered the worldwide
broadcast of living in Las Vegas
unable to transmit
due to extreme flooding in all areas of Clark County. This warning remains
in effect until...
Stand by.
Update. Living in Las Vegas cannot be stopped by simple rain. Let's get started.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Aha! Living in Las Vegas starts now.
Tomahawk said no.
Yes, he does.
Well done.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Party on.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome from Las Vegas, Nevada. That groovy little podcast that gives you a true first-person look into what it's like to call Sin City your home. The Living in Las Vegas podcast. And now your host,
Yes.
a man who clearly needs some kind of introduction, otherwise you wouldn't know who he was.
Sing it, brother Scott.
Mr. Scott Whitney. Well, the weather outside is crappy, but I want to take a nappy. Come on, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living in Las Vegas podcast here on the Vegas Video Network. Konnichiwa. Buenas noches. How you doing? I am your host, Scott Whitney. It's great to be here. And I'm joined. Well, he's back. He's back. Back in the New York groove. Sing it.
Yeah, that's only the words I know.
Okay, he's back.
Ace Frehley can't sing.
Okay, he's back. You know, we miss him.
But he
He's
can play the
RQS.
bass, right?
He's Drinky Pants. Ladies and gentlemen, you love him. You love him. You love him. Or you might dislike him. Nobody really knows. It's Brett Grant, everybody.
Did you at least miss me?
I did miss you.
I did.
I got your wrong name up there.
Oh, you Wow, there we
Hey,
go.
why don't you tell
I'm now Pimpin' Wayne. I do it to say I appreciate Pimpin' Wayne filling in last week. I watched part of the show. Thought it was rather well done.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Although the funny thing was as I was watching it early in the show, you had my name under him, but you didn't do it during the broadcast. You fixed it prior to the broadcast.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. For me, the regular host, fuck you. We're just going to leave it right up there. Right? Yeah.
Now
Thanks for having me back, Scott. It's
hold on. Where did I
great
put
to be
your
back.
name? I had your name up here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like
Where are you?
2 weeks ago.
That's not you.
Can you go back and hit the archives
Is that you?
and find it?
Oh, for the love of
boy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What the hell happened
Off to a great
there?
start.
It's a good show so far.
Yeah. I
I'll
did
just
like
do
your
this.
open. No, I don't like it no more. Me no likey.
Sorry, man. All right, Brett Grant, super host.
Super host. I'm now a Caped Crusader.
There you go. Okay,
I'm the hostess with the mostest. Let's see. I want to see what you put up there.
I just told you it's going to be. I think it should be.
Oh, it's Scott Whitney. There, super co-host.
Okay, yeah, PG. All right, hey. So over under on today's show. It's going to be a short show, as you can tell. We're already 3.5 minutes in, and we haven't done shit.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. All right, so, but we don't really know what we're going to do. The whole rain really affected me. I'm not used to the rain, so this is going to be 73 and a hook. That's our over-under, 73 and a hook. All right.
Fair enough.
Very much like Brett said, I do want to thank Pimpin' Rain. He did a very, very good job. Fascinating topic. I will no longer go into casinos.
Right.
I don't know if you watched the show or not, but...
Well, especially after watching Jared, the Subway guy, today and his thing. You're right.
He didn't do anything. Some guy who
No,
works for
you're
him
right.
is like, Jesus Christ. That's the thing that pisses me off.
But they roll
about
off the tractor trailer and all the stuff onto his property, and you're thinking,
Jeez, that's some
now the
shit.
whole world thinks that poor Jared is watching kiddie porn, for crying out loud, right?
That kind of shit
While he's
pisses me
eating his
off.
5-foot Subway
That
or
kinda pisses me
$5
off.
sub sandwich.
Everybody's saying, like, you can't say that anymore without going,
Yeah.
jeez, foot long, easy, pal.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
But anyways, thanks to Pimpin' Wayne. He did a great job. And like I said, anybody who watched the show will never walk into a casino again.
Yeah.
Because everybody's watching when we're being reported, and that's really not very good. The rain in Spain falls mainly right here, it seems like. It was unbelievably rainy out this last weekend. And there is actually the rain that we saw. It was stunning. This was Monday?
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Maybe-
This is me driving. That's not me in the Jeep. But I saw this, and I'll be honest with you, it kind of spooked me a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever driven in that kind of
I was in it with you yesterday on the other side of town.
I was completely. I mean,
Well-
I was I was getting gas.
Right.
It was no rain. It's getting gas. That what you saw there. This
Like 5 minutes later?
maybe.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. I mean, we're getting right. Guys behind me going, looks like it's going to rain. Yeah, a little bit, a couple drops. I'm
Right.
like, yeah, we'll be all right. Get in the car, make a turn, and I see this. I mean, I'm in an ocean, and I started to go, wow. What's the rules of engagement here? Because I moved to the center. This is on Sahara. I moved to the center, and at that one part, Sahara was that side was like this, so the water was coming on both sides.
Oh, it was dipping in.
Yeah. So I was in the fast lane, and it was like water. I'm like, well, fuck, that's not the rule. Water's supposed to be on the outside.
Right.
So I go in the middle, and then the street does the right thing. So I go off in the fast lane, and I see the guy driving by me, splashing everybody. And I see rivers of shit come. I'm like, God, what is this? And I was really thinking, do I have to pull over? Do I have to go to a parking lot and just sit for a while? Because, I mean, I was seeing some pretty big waves.
Oh, yeah. It was crazy. It depends on where you're driving, too. So I'm on the far northeast part of the valley. My son's in a baseball game at Las Vegas High School, basically at the corner of Charleston and Sunrise Mountain. I mean, as far east as you can go.
East.
Up in the northwest. And I'm turning around and we see basically the black cloud. And what you see, because you're higher up than the valley, you see the stratosphere.
Right.
And then you kind of look to your right and you can see downtown. And you see that.
Yeah.
Not in the plane,
right.
but you're basically seeing that.
Isn't that a crazy
And
picture?
you're like, oh, man, it is really coming down over there by my house, by this area.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this is coming directly at us. But the funny
actually,
thing was,
yeah, that's the
the
airport
wind,
right there.
the wind was blowing in our face. The wind was actually coming from the east to the west, but the storm was coming from the west to the east. So it was like it must have been swirling, and it came around. And as soon as the game ended, actually there was about an out to go in the game, and it started to pour. And the next pitch was about 6 feet outside. The umpire says, "Strike three! Get the fuck out of here!" And the poor batter's going, "That was nowhere near the strike zone."
Your zone has grown up.
Yeah. And by the time I got to the car, I mean, I was drenched. And then now we got to drive and kind of navigate from down Charleston all the way through Nellis and Lamb and that area is where I am. And the same thing. I mean, the water's over the curb like you're seeing there. And I got my son who drove himself, so he's following me. It wasn't quite that high.
Yeah.
But it was there. And I've got my car, which sits kind of low to the ground. It was more like that. And I just told him to follow me. And actually, when I got to 95 in Charleston, the highway was fine. It was still coming down pretty good, but the highway wasn't bad.
Right.
And then it kind of stopped because it had gone through that part of town. And I only saw one accident. That was on Summerlin Parkway when I came around the corner of that. You could see that. But this morning when I got to the radio station, we've got, and you've been in the parking lot of the radio station at Sahara and Jones, we've got the little viaduct at Jones just north of Sahara where the road is elevated on the southbound lanes and lower. And the water always rushes over that and it goes into our parking lot. We get everything. I mean, I got babies and diapers and
hold on, you say babies?
I get it all. I got things.
We got babies here, people. We
shopping
got babies.
carts.
The KSHP, the radio shopping show. We're selling babies.
Yeah,
people.
bicycles. I mean, whatever. They all kind of flow into. So I could see when I got to the radio station this morning, the water had gotten over the curb at the radio station where you park your car, and it was up to our door.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was up to the door, which has happened before. It's actually gotten into the station before.
It just came up to the back door we had back here. I was like, boo, boo, boo,
right.
boo. This is Scotty's new house.
Yeah, we don't need
fuck with
There's
the
nothing
house,
worse
man.
than water damage in your house or dealing with water in your house. I've had that a couple different times, once here and once in Chicago, and it was a nightmare both times.
Yeah, and what was surprising is, I mean, there was that one guy who drove by in the Jeep who was, actually, apparently people who own Jeeps are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Because this guy
can go through anything.
Well, I guess. He was like going down, his windows were down, he's like, whoa! And then somebody else drove by in a Jeep, fucking water everywhere. I'm like, that's kind of dangerous. You could hydroplane, you could get water on other people. That's really pretty uncool.
Plus, there's lots of debris in the roads. I mean, rocks and tons of stuff.
Well, you can see it now.
Yeah.
I mean, today you see these like rivers of dried mud and rock and crap like at the coming out of our neighborhood, going on Rainbow. It looks like a war zone.
Yeah, the
man.
funny
It's
thing was
crazy.
on Sunday I was playing golf out at Paiute North, and a nasty storm was coming. And I'm thinking, ooh, my car needs a car wash. This is perfect. I've had a couple oil changes, and they bastards haven't filled up the windshield wiper fluids. So I've been running around with no windshield wiper fluid.
Right.
And it didn't quite rain enough for it just smeared.
Right.
It's even worse now with the one wipe. But then yesterday, I got a full car wash yesterday.
Yeah, no
I got the
kidding,
wheel
man.
wells cleaned and everything yesterday.
It was unbelievable.
All the gunk is cleaned out, so it saved me $15, $20 to go
And
get a car wash.
arguably, I think we said it. I wasn't sure. That was the hardest I've ever seen it rain here.
Yeah, I've been here for almost 20 years. So normally in July, I'm usually gone when it rains, and it makes me mad because I come back and we're on vacation, and I come back. Oh, we had
But usually
the
it's in
monsoons.
August.
Usually end of July, late July.
Yeah.
And also in like November,
Yeah.
January kind of thing too. Usually we miss it. The other thing that it really drives you crazy about this, and Governor Sandoval has talked about this. Number one, if you're an idiot and you drive in the standing water and you get stuck, they'll come and rescue you. But I think the new law is they're sending you a bill.
Yeah.
And people driving without their lights on, they're just completely clueless.
Yeah.
I can see. No, he can't see you.
Right.
That's the purpose. We need to see you, you
Right.
asshat. Put on your fucking lights.
Especially with a wave by the
Right.
dumb bad.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
It
man.
drives you nuts.
So that was crazy. Now on 4th of July, which is a pretty groovy little holiday, what with America.
I love the 4th, yeah.
And so we did arguably one of my favorite things when we first moved here. We did this all the time. It was like this discovery, like, wow, there's baseball here. It's AAA baseball, which means they hit it more. They make more mistakes. It's more fun to watch. And Cashman Field, now everybody says Cashman Field's crap. I'm like, I don't get it, man. I really like Cashman Field. I think it's
Well,
pretty
it's
cool.
not bad from a fan perspective. It's bad for the players. It doesn't have the amenities that the other fields have for the players.
But so Melissa
is
and Jackie and I went and celebrated the the 4th
You didn't
of
have your
July.
Confederate flag with you?
No.
I saw one today on 95.
Did you? Well,
I
one.
did.
One.
Well, it's the first one I've ever seen in Las Vegas. Some ding dong on his pickup truck.
But so the thing that I've always liked about the 51s is usually it's high scoring.
Sure.
And usually 51s win. It's been my experience. What was interesting about this game was two things. First, the guy who was pitching for the 51s. Now, I haven't followed these guys in years. We went a lot the first couple of years we were here.
Yep.
Melissa doesn't like baseball. Bores the hell out of her. So if I'm there.
But the drinking's okay.
Drinking's fun.
Yeah.
But she's like,
Right.
she's like, oh, man, you're missing a really kind of fun sport.
The essence of the game.
Yeah. But there was this kid, and I don't even remember his name, but this kid was throwing 97-mile-an-hour fastballs,
Kid,
man.
that's pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. He'll be in the major league soon
Pretty
as long
good.
as he can throw a strike.
Well, they got their ass kicked. But here's what I remember when I used to
Did he
go
get his
there-
butt kiit?
Yeah, they lost bad.
Okay, but so he didn't pitch very well. You just noticed he was throwing 97.
Well, there were some errors done, but actually, Jackie said the same thing. Just because he throws fast doesn't mean he throws well. Like, well, fuck, he's throwing 97 miles an hour.
Right.
Have you ever been in front of a 97-mile-an-hour ball?
Well, not on
No.
purpose.
Have you been in front of a 40-mile-an-hour ball? I have. That's fast.
Right.
40 is fast. 80? Fast. 97? Fuck that. There is no reason to put yourself in front of a 97-mile-an-hour
purpose.
ball.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this guy had great stuff or whatever. They got beat pretty bad. He probably lasted, 4 or 5 innings. I don't know what it was.
Well, the Mets are the AAA affiliate for the 51s, and they have some great young pitchers that are now up with the major league team, and guys that were here before. And you go back, and one of them's in the All-Star game this year. A guy named Jacob deGrom was fantastic. He throws 95, 97 miles an hour. The game has become a pitcher-dominated, big arm-dominated league.
What's interesting is the last time I was there, I never saw anybody throw 90.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time at a 51s game I saw anybody throw in the 90s.
Yeah.
And they've got that little thing there that shows you, the speed. And by the
Sure.
way, what's funny about that is it used to be, again, several years ago, it always said the same number no matter what was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was always 83.
The guy was sleeping. The guy in the radar gun was snoozing.
It's like, 83! I think he needs to go to double A. Wait a minute. He's throwing that ball off faster than 83.
That's
Not
funny.
according to the thing. But yeah, so I see this guy throwing 97 miles an hour. I'm like, fuck this. I wouldn't even let my kid get in front of that. Yeah, Dad, I want to play baseball. Fine.
Here's the thing. We've talked about this before. Would you rather step into the ring with a guy in his prime, Mike Tyson in his prime, for 3 minutes, or would you rather face a guy throwing a 97 to 100 miles an hour in a batter's box?
Oh, I would absolutely.
Which one would you rather do?
Easy. I'd take the pitch.
All right.
Absolutely take the pitch. Because when he throws the ball,
You're
I'm
moving out
going
of the way.
to do this.
You're going to cower.
Yeah, you fucking am going to cower.
You're not going to cower when Mike Tyson's coming at you either?
No, but see, he could still kill me. If you hit me...
He doesn't get 3 minutes to kill you. He only gets to knock you out. So he's got to hit you once.
No, but so
and down you go, and he can't hit you anymore.
No, I'm doing this. Yeah, well, fuck that.
Okay, how about this? Would you rather get hit by a 97-mile-an-hour fastball or a Mike Tyson
97
left hook?
97-mile-an-hour fastball.
All right.
Absolutely. What would you do?
That's a good question.
Are you... Really?
Depends on where you're getting hit.
Okay.
Okay, not in my head either time.
Where's the baseball hitting me?
Well, it's going to hit you in the back or the butt, and Tyson's got to hit you in the chest or the stomach.
He'll kill me.
Yeah, he's not going to kill you.
Bullshit. He hits me in this shape. He's gonna fucking
you're the Michelin tire man. You got plenty of room there.
Right. And that means all that fat's going to get transferred through my heart. My heart's going to go. I'm going to puke my heart out.
Well, you might puke your heart out.
Yeah, which is not a feature. Where I come from, you really kind of want to keep your heart in your throat, in your fucking chest. All right. So you're not. Yeah, no. That
okay,
just,
we're asking the audience as well. All right, a Mike Tyson punch or a Randy Johnson fastball? Actually, hardest throwing guy probably in the majors today is Aroldis Chapman, left-hander, Cincinnati Reds. Consistently throws 100 to 102 miles an hour.
Okay. I just think that is so stupid. Where's my sound? Yeah.
Okay, everybody's taking the fastball. Yeah, everybody's taking the fastball.
Everybody has to take the fastball.
I'm just thinking maybe Tyson might miss a little bit.
Okay, the percentage is this. Have you ever seen... I don't mean to
maybe the tattoo blurs his vision.
I don't mean to be cruel, but have you ever seen anybody baseball players have this move after playing baseball for 10 years? No.
Right.
Any boxers doing that? Fuck all of them.
Yeah, but after one punch, he can't hit you in the head.
Doesn't matter.
Can't hit you in the head.
Oh, but doesn't... You know where he could hit me and it wouldn't hurt? Nowhere. There's nowhere.
Believe me, if you get hit with a 97-mile fastball anywhere, it's going to hurt like hell too.
But I'm telling you, here's the problem. The problem is actually velocity. So first of all, his fist moves faster than 97 miles an hour. I saw that somewhere. Okay. I saw that somewhere. But here's the other thing. But here's the most important part, even if that's not true. Here's what happens when the minute the ball leaves the hand, it's losing velocity, and it has no ongoing velocity. So once it hits, it stops. When a fist hits you, it still has velocity. So it hits you, but he's still pushing forward.
Right, that's true.
So that's it. It's like, ow, or fuck.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you get a 97-mile hitter to the kidney. You're not getting up for a while either, and you're pissing blood for about a month.
So far, that's why I wasn't in sports.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It had mostly to do with the fear of death.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I got a hernia from playing baseball.
Did you?
Yeah, first base. I was first base. I was stretching for a catch.
Right.
We were playing, the ruffian pain in the ass team.
Sure.
Whatever. First base, big stretch. Guy comes in and just goes, just fucking knees me right in the side of the groin, baby. It flips me around. Woo, 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 didn't know I was injured in that manner.
Right.
2 years later, I recognize, I've got this kind of lump on one side of my groin area, and I'm like, this is starting to kind of worry me a little bit. Let's go to the doctor. Yeah, you got a hernia.
Yeah.
Anybody ever, smack you there or anything happen? Well, a couple years ago. Well, that's what did it. I'm like,
wow.
oh, fuck. So,
yeah.
I had
the same kind of thing. Guy stepped on my ankle on purpose playing first base. Same thing. Stretching for a ball, stepped on my ankle, broke my ankle. Thank you.
Broke your back. Oh, really?
That broke.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
That's why we don't play baseball anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Brett, tell your trip report.
Well, I was out of town last week. We started out. Here's me saving all kinds of money, driving from Vegas to Phoenix, and then driving from Phoenix to San Francisco. Okay, so I think, we'll leave on Thursday afternoon. We'll drive for a little while, and we'll get to Los Angeles. We'll stop there. We get to LA, and it's get on the 210. I'm going through LA, thinking where we're going to stop. My son goes, let's keep on going. My other son goes, yeah, sure. Who needs to eat? Who needs to sleep? Let's just keep on going. So we get to Santa Clarita, and I'm going, let's stop here. I didn't realize, this is kind of funny. I did not realize that Magic Mountain was right up the street.
So I Magic Mountain?
So I just wasn't thinking. I'm thinking, okay, I'm out of town. I'm in Santa Clarita. Good. I'm on the outside of L.A. I'm cruising.
All right.
No problem. So I get off on the highway. I'm going to go find a hotel room. And one of my sons, Zachary, he goes, I've been here before.
Dun, dun,
I go,
dun.
been where? He goes, there's an In-N-Out Burger right there, right? Next to that's an Outback Steakhouse. I stayed at that hotel. I'm like, where the hell was I at? What do you mean you stayed at some hotel without mom or dad? He goes, no, I went on a trip.
Reincarnated.
Yeah, he goes, no, we went on a trip from school and we went to Magic Mountain. It must be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in the hotel rooms are like $300 for like a Hampton Inn and a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
Like, son of a bitch. All right, let's just and I'll get some food and we'll just kind of keep on driving. So we're going to go to In-N-Out Burger. I swear to God, the line was all the way back to Pasadena for In-N-Out. I go, screw it. Who needs food? Let's just keep on going. So we end up driving to Bakersfield. And before I could find a place to stay. So we go and we stay in Bakersfield. The next day is Friday. Okay. And we drive up to San Francisco on Friday. Now, on Friday, you might remember the monumental decision the Supreme Court laid out, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're trying to find a hotel room in the San Francisco area on Friday, not realizing there was 9 million things going on in that area that weekend, including a monster soccer game.
Right.
Okay. It was Gay Pride Parade weekend.
Anyway,
and the Supreme Court decision.
Right.
And it's the start of the 50th anniversary of the Grateful Dead tour. All of it. So every hotel room, I don't care if you wanted to stay in the Roach Motel or you wanted to stay in the nicest place there is, everything is like $400.
Right.
And I didn't book any rooms because I'm thinking, I'll just find, like I always do. I typically just roll into town and find a place to stay. So I ended up finding a hotel room one night in I don't even know where we were. I can't even tell you. I think we actually were in Palo Alto for one night.
Okay.
And then the next night I had to find another hotel. We're here for 5 or 6 nights.
Right.
I'm in 5 hotel rooms in 5 nights.
All in the Bay Area?
Oh, yeah, driving you crazy.
What?
And my one son goes,
what the fuck you doing?
none of them were available on Saturday. No, you can stay for Friday and you can stay for Sunday, but you can't stay on Saturday.
Oh, man.
My God,
That's not good.
And the hotels kept getting progressively worse. And my son Zachary goes, Dad, there is no way Mom would stay in any of these hotels. You're right. So
it's just you and the boys?
Let's not tell her. Yes,
right.
let's not tell her that they're getting progressively worse.
Hey, what's that sound outside, Dad?
Yeah.
Fireworks.
I know. You're staying like at the.
You're right.
The name of the hotel is Some People Die Here Hotel. You're like, this is not good.
That's a weird name for a hotel.
Yeah.
Plus, I do want to bring up that you broke into some places.
Well, one of the things that I've always done, and I have 4 brothers, we've always done this kind of fun stuff, is when we go visit places, we always try to sneak in to basketball arenas, football stadiums, all that kind of stuff. So my son was at a baseball camp at Stanford. And my other son, who's his twin brother, so they're both 17 years old. He doesn't play baseball. Right. He goes, Dad, I'm going off exploring. All right. So he sends me a picture, and I go, where are you? And he sends me a picture. He's standing on the 50-yard line at Stanford's football stadium. I'm like, at a point. He goes, I found a way in. I taught him well because I found a way in. And he gets on the soccer field, and he gets on the rugby. If you've never been to Stanford's campus, spectacular campus. But all of their athletic items are all right next to each other, so they're all real close. You can go to the diving center and the swimming and tennis and basketball and football. They're all basically share the same kind of parking lot. And he's sneaking into all kinds. He's trying to find a soccer ball. That's what he's doing more than anything, trying to play soccer.
All right.
So anyway, it was just kind of interesting. We were of course, on Saturday, we go into San Francisco to have some fun, go have some food, and that's the Gay Pride Parade weekend. And San Francisco is kind of a weird, happy, fun place anyway. I really like San Francisco itself. I love the food and all that stuff. It was an interesting weekend
I bet.
to be in San Francisco. There's no doubt about that.
One thing I forgot to mention about the 4th of July is that 4th of July in Las Vegas is like Beirut.
Oh, crazy.
It's basically like, I was in Vietnam. I was in the suck. And, basically, it's like this.
Yeah.
That
was my neighbors.
That was, and ours, too. Fucking renters.
Oh, in here, huh?
Yeah. I do it 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night.
That's a little late.
It's fucking mortars, man.
Right.
Mortars.
So guys do it at 9 o'clock whenever else is doing it. Yeah, do it a little earlier.
We were watching the baseball game, and you've got a beautiful view of the valley from that stadium.
Sure.
And it looked like a war zone.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And that was fireworks night, by the way. We're like, are those the fireworks? Or
are we done yet?
When do they? How come they start the fireworks at second inning? Well, fuck, those aren't the ones part of the stadium, big fella. That's the neighborhood.
Right.
It's unbelievable. It's so odd to me because I come from California. California, they won't let you blow your nose
Right.
if you've got a picture of fire on the handkerchief because they're so freaked out about fire and stuff.
Sure.
You can't buy, you know, you can. So when I first moved here, one of the weirdest things I saw were those little fire booth stands.
Right.
They used to have those all the time when I was a kid.
Sure.
They don't have them in California anywhere.
Right.
Have them all over here. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of quaint. And the first time we were here, oh, that's quaint. We're going to see the little things and you know, the first time it happened, 3 bottle rockets landed on our fucking roof.
Right.
On our roof, in our pool, in our old place. I'm like, what the hell? Who are you people? What is happening to my society? It's crazy. Okay.
Well, the illegal fireworks, you got to go to Pahrump to buy those. These little stands don't sell the giant ones.
No. They're going yeah, right. They're going to Pahrump.
You go to Pahrump or you go out to Mawapa.
Yeah.
And you buy them out there and go from there. But yeah, I mean, our neighborhood is funny because we're on our balcony, my wife and I, because the kids were gone, and we're trying to watch the fireworks at Red Rock. I had a view of sort of kind of Red Rock, but there's a street lamp and a stoplight that are kind of in the way, so you couldn't quite see them. And then I kept looking, okay, over here at 3 o'clock across the street, those guys are pumping fireworks. At 9 o'clock, these guys are pumping fireworks. And all of a sudden, I'm in the back of my house, and like over my chimney, over my shoulder, it's like, wow. I go, that's like a house away from me.
Yeah.
So I walk outside the front and I go, okay, there's the Hoosiers. There they are. And it's like 5 families all down there at the corner. And they weren't anywhere near my house. And they weren't coming to my house. So I didn't really care. I kind of watched them for a little bit. And it was no big whoop. But the next morning I drove to work and I went, good God, look at the mess. And I go, what great timing for the rain. I mean, like perfect timing to clean our street yesterday.
So I barked at the guy across. I'm like, hey, it's enough. And then he fired off some shit.
Yeah.
And Melissa said, you might want to be nicer.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So I went out there. I'm like,
get off my lawn.
Hey, dude, you know, you think maybe you could do it? He goes, I hear you, man. I hear you. All right. Who's going to hear you? Finally, a reason to go to the HOA. That fucker over there, enough of that bullshit.
We're our very first hotel room night. It's Saturday morning. It's 7:30 in the morning, and we're at a hotel, at halfway decent, like Best Western in Palo Alto, but the doors are on the outside of the hotel. Okay.
Yep.
So it's 7:30, and my room the door is just a door jam away from the other guy's door. Okay, so he's right there.
Right.
So he opens the door. I hear the music. I hear him rolling a chair out onto the patio, which is the common place where the maids walk by and people walk by with their luggage.
Right.
All of a sudden, he's rocking out at 7:30 in the morning.
Why not?
So I go, dude, what the fuck? Over. It's 7:30 in the morning. Right. It's not 7:30 at night. It's not. Right. It's not even 10 in the morning.
Right.
People are trying to sleep. Oh, sorry. Really? Who's awake at 7:30 on purpose unless they got to go somewhere?
There is no question that there are some people who simply shouldn't be allowed to live.
Yeah, they just have no clue.
I was going to say that.
Just clueless.
Hey, here's the thing. You know, sometimes people want to be part of the Vegas thing, but they can't be here.
Right.
But they want to be here vicariously.
Okay.
Vicariously.
There you go, yes.
That's right. I want to extend an invitation to you. You right there. Go to Facebook and simply check out Arches at Whitney Villa.
Crack me up. Oh, we got 27 suckers so far, right?
Arches at Whitney Villa. We simply want you to be happy, joyous. You know,
hotel, restaurant, outdoor recreation.
Right. It's
people can be calling you, going, "I can't seem to find the website or the phone number."
You know, we've got photos.
Boy, it looks fabulous.
Isn't that
what
lovely?
A great looking pool! I'd love to stay there.
Hey,
that pineapple thing.
There's Jackie. We've got music. We've got fish. We've got all kinds of fun things, and we would love for you to simply love Arches at Whitney Villa. Look at all this fun things you can do. And if you're very nice,
we've got our own merchandise.
You might get an Arches at Whitney Villa shot glass. I can't promise that, but I
tell you what, when Mark Zuckerberg calls to try and stay at the Arches at Whitney Villa,
I will allow him to come by.
Tell him you're 4 Diamond. We're working on our 4 Diamond, Mark. Can you help us out?
Come on in, Marky. We'll take care of you, buddy. So yeah, come on by, give it a like, be a part of the team. We invite you to be there. We love you. We love you long time, as they say in America. Oh, speaking of America, you know who you got to feel bad for? I'll tell you who you got to feel bad for. It's our good friends over at SLS. You know, I think we reported this a couple of weeks ago that they lost some money, like all of it.
Right.
And so they're desperately trying to figure out. Well, you know, we gotta find people to find us. And so I was on the Review Journal website. Do you think the SLS is trying to advertise?
Just a little bit. Yeah. Wow. Holy mackerel.
There is no place.
You know, the funny thing was I was on the RJ website today as well, and the only ad I saw was the one above the guy's head. I didn't bother looking at the rest of them.
The SLS Players Club one?
Yeah. No, the one right above his head. SLS Las Vegas, all new Players Club at SLS.
Yeah.
I never saw the one on the right, the one on the top, the one on the left. Never saw any of those.
Well, maybe
or even there's another one, the big one on the right.
They're everywhere. Now, so, part of what's funny is, do you do you want your advertising with that mugshot?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe not. Hard to say, but they are everywhere. These poor guys so desperately want to have people come by. And I tell you what, I ain't going. Although I hear them restaurants are good. I got to say that. The what's the one place called? Meat?
Yeah.
Is that right? The burger place, Unumami or whatever it's called. Umami, Mami. I'm a local from Las Vegas, really? Okay. That actually was the best hamburger I've ever had in my life. Literally. But the place is doomed in my word. I just don't like it. Okay. Next up. Hey, I love this. I don't know if you know, but I've got lawyers in my family.
You do?
I do.
Yes.
My father was an attorney, and my daughter is a lawyer. She's actually a legal something or other, talker of stuff, teacher. Anyway, so there's a local guy here, an attorney named Adam Kuttner. Adam is all over the place. If you live in Las Vegas, you can't not see this guy. He advertises everywhere, we're with this. This closed captioning is brought to you by he's everywhere. You want to see a billboard? He's everywhere. Anyways, he's suing a guy for saying bad things about him. He sued him once. He's suing Google.
Okay.
To attempt to remove defamatory and offending postings about him on the internet. About a lawyer?
Wow.
Never could happen. So he sued somebody in 2013 against a blogger named Legal Eagle, but that was dismissed because of statute of limitations. So now he's suing these guys, and the reason why he's suing Google is because this guy said basically that he is the biggest douchebag in Vegas.
Okay.
That's it. The biggest douchebag ever. That's it. This guy is suing because some guy called him a douchebag. You know how many times I've been called a douchebag?
Probably 5 times since the show started.
I'm going to check the live chat. Yep, there it is. Guy's a douchebag. Yeah. I mean, what all that does now is it's going to... So before, he's like, I'm going to sue this guy and that might work. Now it's on the Review Journal. Now people are talking about it, like, for example, us. And now everybody's like, you know what? Maybe this guy really is a douchebag.
The biggest, most extreme.
Yeah. Well, that's. I think that what's actually put him over.
Yeah, he called him the most extreme. I'm not extreme.
No. I'm a regular douchebag, not the extreme.
Well, if you're a lawyer of the ilk that he is, a liability attorney, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want the guy that's kind of the most extreme douchebag to be the guy defending you?
You want a shark.
Yeah.
Right? You want a hunter. You don't want some pussy who's like,
exactly.
Maybe we'll just try to, find a way out of this. No, I want you to be a douchebag. Go make these people scared. You should actually start advertising. That's right, I'm a douchebag.
Right.
I'm your douchebag.
Exactly.
Adam Kuttner. I'm your douchebag.
Well, have you ever watched the show on USA Network called Suits?
Love that show.
It's a fantastic show. I do too. I don't miss it. I think it's on tonight.
We watched it, when it was free on, Netflix or wherever it was, and we haven't watched it in the last two seasons.
Oh, you got to catch up. It's awesome.
It's
still on. The new season just started.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
Such a good show.
Excellent show. It's all about douchebaggery lawyers. Right?
Really good.
Yeah.
Rough, tough, and loving.
So you want to be Harvey, the douchebag lawyer from Suits, right?
Give me Adam the douchebag. I don't want Jimmy the nice guy. I want
He's right. And I think one of his lines is, "You're right, I am a douchebag, but I'm your douchebag."
That's right.
Or he might have said asshole or whatever, but he said, "But I'm your asshole."
Right, you want that. Right. I just think it's such a... Who gives a fuck if some guy named Legal Eagle says, you're a douchebag?
Well, who's out there... I mean... I don't know. How often do you go check your reviews for your business?
I don't.
Exactly.
I mean, it's I guess the Vegas Video Co-op could deal with that. I mean, I fired co-op members.
Right.
Or released them of their whatever.
Yeah, I mean, with the radio station, I don't really look. Occasionally for my Walking Gourmet, I will. In fact, I just got an email from, what's the travel site?
TripAdvisor?
TripAdvisor, yeah.
You were mentioned in this weekend. Did you know that?
No.
Desert. What's that? Desert Companion.
Really?
Yeah, they did a whole article about walking food tours, and they mentioned you.
Very nice of them.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the fucking interview?
Yeah, well, they never called me.
I'm like, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, well, cool.
Like yeah.
Where did you see it at?
Desert Companion.
Is that online anywhere?
No, well, it might be, but it's a really good magazine. It's like a high-end kind of magazine, kind of like a luxury magazine here in Las Vegas.
Wow. Maybe I'll get.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, you're in there. You were one of the, on the sidebar where they said this company, this company.
That's
this
the
company.
KNPR. That's the.
Desert Companion is.
Yeah, I think it's the NPR thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
let me scroll down to their featured stories.
Yeah. So there you go. You're kind of famous there. Anyways, so
did they mention my name or just mention my?
Just the company.
Okay.
They interviewed some other guys though. That's why I kept looking for the interview. I'm like, hey, did they,
Yeah, they might have called.
Talk to my brother.
But I was out of town.
Brett. You probably left a message for Brent.
Yeah, I probably said.
I've had enough of that. I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. Then finally, before we take our quick break, Merriweather. Actually, it's Mayweather.
Mayweather.
Apparently got. This is. I don't really understand this. So he was stripped of his title in the Pacquiao
For what
fight.
reason?
So, yeah. So this is kind of. Apparently, he had titles in 2 different weight classes.
Okay.
And you're not allowed to do that.
Well, in boxing, you can almost do anything except bring a gun into the ring.
Right.
Because part of the problem with boxing is there's too many different governing bodies. There's the WBA, the WBO, the WOB, the as you would like to say, the Electric Daisy EDC, all these things. So the WBO, and then there's the WBC and the WBA. So I guess he got stripped out of his WBO.
Mayweather, who was whatever when he missed a deadline by which he had to pay $200,000 sanction fee from the fight and vacate the junior middleweight title he also held because he beat him in the welterweight. WBO says it's against the rules for boxers to hold world titles in multiple weight classes, and that Mayweather had to indicate which weight division he would retain. So basically, he said, fuck you. I ain't telling you anything.
I made $200 million for the fight.
Right.
I forgot to send you $200,000.
Right.
That's like saying, hey, here's a 20.
It's interesting.
Not even a 20.
I mean,
here's $2.
It just is.
Go away.
This is the guy. In my opinion, was this. Who cares if he doesn't have if he has a fucking, if he's a title in every fucking weight class?
Right.
Let's say he started off as a skinny fucker and then he had McDonald's and he kept going up.
Well, I think the biggest
crap out of people. Fuck him. Let him beat the shit out of everybody.
Well,
let him
he's got to be able to defend the title at some point.
Well, then he can. But
then that's when you strip it from him and say, look, are you going to fight in this weight class again? Then you're going to vacate the title.
Right.
And we're going to let somebody else fight for the title. But I don't necessarily disagree with you.
If Mayweather says the title that he's in now is what I don't understand.
If Mayweather said, you know what, I'm going to lose 12 pounds, I'm going to go back down, I'm going to beat the next guy.
Well, it doesn't make any. So which is heavier, welterweight or middleweight?
I believe welterweight is bigger.
Is bigger.
Yeah.
Right. So that makes sense. So he won. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Okay. So they took away the one he just won. Why wouldn't they take it the middle one, the one before? That would make more sense. So what that means is that was a punitive move. They were just being little bitches. Now, I'm not a big fan of that.
No, that's the other thing. If you're the WBO, wouldn't you want the best fighter in the world to have your title? Yeah. Let's give it to the Russian.
Let's give it to the Russian.
What the hell? All right. Danny wants to talk about suits some more.
Who doesn't really? Because that one Harvey guy, he's a hot little monkey. All right, so we're gonna take a quick. That was disturbing.
I kind of like the Donna.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yeah,
you like the Reds? Do you?
Well, I just like the Donna.
Yeah,
I think she's got her stuff together there.
She's got her charms.
Yes, she does.
You know, I would like to have some of that fan on me.
Feel free.
I'm fucking dying.
Are you dying?
A little bit.
It's nice and comfy over here. Why don't you take a break and move it?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
We'll be right back. And I'm melting.
Few things are as precious as your eyes. They capture a world in motion and a lifetime of moments. Choosing the right doctor for LASIK means understanding there really is a difference. Dr. Richard Rothman and LASIK of Nevada believe that safety, affordability, and the latest technology are important. Call today and get 50% off premium LASIK and $99 a month guaranteed financing. Helping people achieve their best vision on a personal level is the difference at LASIK of Nevada. Call or click 800 New Vision for premium LASIK at the best price.
And we're back. Hey, first of all, I want to say congratulations to Tuck78 in our live chat. He just got a job in Las Vegas.
Hey, way to go,
All
Tuck.
right, brother.
From where? Where's Tuck moving from?
Tuck, where are you moving from?
We're waiting for Tuck to respond. Woohoo, he said. He's moving from Woohoo. Where's Woohoo?
I've been in Yoo-Hoo. It's a lovely
No, not
hotel.
Yoo-Hoo. Woohoo.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a
Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Oh.
He's apparently had enough of the high taxes, the crime, and the whatever. He's coming to Vegas because he wants to enjoy the heat.
I don't doubt that.
Well, regardless of what, it's probably, a 25 to 30% increase in salary
Coming
just
from
by
California?
moving from Rancho Cucamonga.
My fucking name, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy move. Congratulations, buddy. He's in a. Hey, Tuck.
It is
Can
hot in
I
Rancho,
say basically your overall business? I saw it when you guys were talking about it before. If not, just tell me no, and I won't do it.
He said thanks. That's where the job was. We're waiting for him. He said sure.
Yeah, so he's in help desk, which is actually kind of big here in Las Vegas.
Help desk.
Yeah, so you call up and go, hey, I need some help in something.
Right.
Help desk. It's a help desk business. So a lot of times companies say, you're going to manage our help desk for IT support for our company instead of hiring IT people.
Okay.
Right? But instead of being in India, yes, I could help you with it.
Yes, I'm Duck78. Thank you for calling.
Right. So instead, it's I'm Duck 78. That's pretty funny.
How may I help you? Slurpee?
Anyways, congratulations. I think that's awesome that he's coming out here. I expect that part of the reason is because of the Living in Las Vegas podcast.
Attaboy.
All right, so before we get to our live chat questions, we're going to take, and live chat people, if you want us to answer a question, please let us know what you think in all caps. But before we do that, we're going to play a video from our friend Danny. Let's see what we got.
Hey there, it is your Roving Vegas Video Network reporter, Danny.
Danny's a bat.
Danny said...
Danny's a bat.
Danny decided to send the video upside down.
Or you decided to load it upside down.
No.
Perhaps in pre-production, you might have noticed that.
Well, I
You
thought
trusted that Danny was as good as you are.
She's done 2 of these now, and all of a sudden, I'm like, well, here it is. And what's interesting is...
Hey, for the comedic element of the show, play it.
Just don't fucking yell at me, man. Here it is.
Hey there, it is your Roving Vegas Video Network reporter, Danny.
No, I can't play it.
Why
That's
not?
Right, because I'll tell you why. Here's what's going on.
Oh.
This happens a lot. What ends up happening is you take your phone and you twist it one way or the other. Like I'm left-handed. I always twist it the wrong way.
Gotcha.
Right? So, but in a lot of software that you use to look at video on your desktop, it goes, oh, I know what's going on. I recognize, and it flips it for you.
Right.
Or if you look at it your phone, it looks normal. But when you put it into a broadcast environment, they're like, I'm just taking what you give me.
Right.
And so I popped this in there. I'm like, well, that's fucking upside down. Okay. So I thought the same thing. That's pretty funny. Then I thought, you know what? If I had to watch a video that long with all that, I'd want to shoot myself. So
how long is it?
No, I don't know. It's like about a year and a half. It's about a minute. So I thought I can't have that because she actually did something pretty funny here. Well,
maybe her breast will fall out.
So
she's upside down.
Oh my God. Okay, yep, it's finally happened. We're going to have to bring on a new host.
Oh, come on. That was funny.
Anyways, but I was able to fix Danny's fuck up. Here it is.
Oh, you did fix it.
Of course I did. What do you think I am, a fucking novice at this game? I'm a goddamn professional broadcaster.
Good one.
Hey there, it is your Roving Vegas Video Network reporter, Danny Ackerman, coming to you live from the MGM Hotel Casino, where we went to a restaurant called Hecho in Vegas. And it is really good. Oh my gosh. We had this tableside guacamole that was to die for. Oh man, it was good. And all in all, I gotta tell you, we gotta give this one is getting the first 5 thumbs up review. Now, Scott, you had a little issue with my 5 thumbs. Hey, guess what? When you're a free agent, emphasis on free, you get to make whatever rating system you want. So guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 thumbs up. See? We can do this.
I don't think that's
Signing off, Vegas Video Network, Roving Reporter, out.
Very well done with
That's
the
funny.
5 thumbs. So, and that's the reason why I fixed the video.
Because that's cool.
I watched it. I'm like, okay, that 5 thumb thing, that's funny.
Right.
I got to fix it.
Good job.
If she hadn't done that, I'd have played it upside down and go, God damn it. I want professionalism. I'm not paying
I was hoping for a little Janet Jackson
But
action there. You're upside down. Come on.
Good Lord. Oh, my God. We got to get you a girlfriend or something. I don't know what to do with it. All
Just
right.
don't tell my wife.
Tuck's question from the live chat. How bad is the DMV in Las Vegas?
Ooh.
Brett.
Well, there are some tricks to the trade that you need to realize. There are certain times of the day, certain times of the month that you don't want to be there. At the very end of the month, no.
Yep.
At the very beginning of the day, no. At the very end of the day, no. So you just really kind of.
So wait, is it?
Well, there are times
Beginning
you can
and
make
middle.
You can make reservations.
Yeah.
There's one. If you happen to have somebody who might happen to have a handicap thing, there's a handicap line that you can go to,
Yep.
which will save you a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
If you just,
Yep.
you don't necessarily have to drag them along. Just bring their thing along.
What is
Bring your
hell
information
like?
along.
Because you're going there.
I actually have one because I earned it.
Yes, I get that. But
And I only use it in specific. And funny thing is, I never use it at the hospital if I had to go to the hospital.
well, that's because you're a good man.
But at a golf course, fucking A right, I'm using it. All right, because I'm not carrying my bag that far, so I will use it at the golf course. But the other part, I mean, if you go 10 o'clock, right before kind of a lunchy break, after the morning rush, and before the lunch rush, 10:30,
Right.
you're not there that long. And it depends on which DMV you're going to.
Yeah, see, this is
That's
interesting
also,
to me.
you know-
'Cause I've been to the DMV probably 3 times in the last 3 years, let's say. And every time has been awesome.
Right.
15 minutes, half hour
Yeah.
maybe.
Sometimes you get lucky.
You know.
I'll tell you when a great day would have been to go to the DMV would have been yesterday during the storm. There had been nobody there.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you find a really nasty day, take advantage of it because that's a good time to go.
What's the street? Oh, shit. What's it called? Deanza? No. What's the street? Decatur.
Decatur up north.
Up north.
Yeah.
So there's a DMV up there.
It's up
And
near
I think
Elkhorn and Decatur and Elkhorn. area.
Yeah. It's the newest DMV.
I just drove by it today.
I think it's. What are you doing
Yeah,
up there?
that's my son had a baseball game today.
Oh, what the fuck up there?
Shadow Ridge High School.
Oh, yeah.
It's right next to the gun range. I mean, it's literally like
Right.
high school.
It's the pitch.
Exactly.
Wow.
And there's like nothing out there. You're like, we're playing. I think that's St. George. Right
It's
there.
the pitch. That's not distracting at all.
Yeah, right next to the complex.
It's like being hit in the ass with a 97 mile an hour fastball.
You know, I normally go to the one down by Flamingo and Buffalo, which is closest to where I live.
Yep.
So I kind of know the ins and outs of that particular one, and I've gotten lucky too. But there's times, I mean, Tuck, I would tell you, plan for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and you might get early. If you can make an appointment, so keep that in mind, and just call and find out what you have to go through to do
Yeah,
all
and
that
it
stuff.
also depends. Yeah, if you're gonna, I mean, you haven't decided where you're gonna live yet, as I understand. So if you're going to be up in the northern area, you know, Decatur is pretty good.
Well, the other thing, do as much. You know, I have to give the state of Nevada credit. I do like their online, the website to register your car.
Oh, yeah.
and do all that stuff.
awesome.
It's very easy to use.
That's why I haven't been to one, and
right.
for myself.
Yep.
I mean, like I had to go.
You have to go if you get a new car. You have to go if you move into state, and you have to go get license plates. You have to go for those things.
Yeah, and driver's license,
Right.
which is what Tuck will have to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I've also heard like on Facebook with people who are there for 3 hours, 4 hours. And
Tuck, what I would also say to you is don't do anything for as long as you possibly can. And
Yep.
if you finally get pulled over by a police officer, just say, I still have a house in California. Or whatever. I'm here visiting. People do that all the time.
Yeah, because the one thing I will tell you is that your registration will be much higher here than it will be in California.
Yeah, I would certainly wait till your California registration runs out. There's no reason to say, I've got until next April. I'm going to go do that here in June.
Yeah,
Wait,
the law is
July.
6 months once you move. Once you become a resident of Las Vegas or of Nevada, you've got 6 months to make those changes.
I have people who have homes here now and homes in Illinois for 17 years who still have cars housed in Nevada that have Illinois plates on.
Really?
Yep.
See, that's crazy.
There's no reason to change them.
All right. Okay, next question from Pops. Are there any regularly scheduled flea markets or swap meets in the Vegas area? And I'll tell you, actually, we did a show on this a long time ago, and it was fascinating off of I think it's Decatur again. Is it Decatur? Right by,
Decatur and Okie, the fantastic indoor swap meet.
Fantastic indoor swap meet. First of all, indoor swap meet in Las Vegas, fucking brilliant.
Right.
Because it's hot out here.
We actually had a booth there for a while for the radio station.
It is one of the most fascinating, slightly shit showy, but wait a minute, that's kind of neat, I've ever been to. I mean, we spent an hour there going, well, that's kind of cool. Wait, I can get an embroidered hat for how much? Well, I'll get that. But there's also, who buys that shit?
Right.
It's a little bit of everything, but it's open every...
No, they're open. They're only open on the weekend.
Weekends, right?
Thursday's kind of move-in day. They're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday's the day when the vendors are able to come in and stock.
Okay.
And then they're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And when they're open, you have to be there. Your booth must be open. If
Say
they're
that
open,
again?
if they're open for business,
You have to be
you
there.
must be open for business as well.
Is that why
Otherwise,
you
you
left
get
there?
fined. I left because the traffic wasn't what they told me it was going to be.
I thought about selling my Christmas acoustic CDs there. And
it wasn't. It's not that it's necessarily expensive. That's not the part of it. The time to go is not now. If you're going to go there,
Why not now?
Because it's the summer. There's nobody around. You want to go there in the fourth quarter, Christmas time, when there's the place is packed with vendors.
Wouldn't you want to go now?
The place is empty with vendors. Vendors aren't around. They're all on month-to-month stuff, and a lot of them go, I'm taking off for 3 months. I'll be back in September. Or I'll be back in October.
Okay, all right.
So their occupancy inside might be 90+% in the fourth quarter, but now it's July. It's like it's probably 40%.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no
It goes
idea.
down quite a bit.
Oh, I didn't know. And there's also a swap meet on the east side of town. What's that one called? Do you
The
remember?
Charleston swap meet. It's like Charleston and Nellis area. It was like the I forget what it's called. We've been there as well.
If you do a search on our website for, and probably the Living in LV site,
There was an
we
outdoor
did a
one,
whole
too.
show. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was an outdoor one, east side.
Yeah.
That was equally fascinating.
It's called the Charleston swap meet, and there's
Okay.
that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, what was interesting is they had
It's on East Charleston, also in indoor one.
Yeah, they had cops up in a little booth in the top there, looking at everybody with a fucking gun. I'm like, well, that's charming.
Yeah.
But it's the proverbial swap meet that's always there. Yeah. And, the food stuff, and they had music playing, and they had what I didn't like? They had birds.
Birds.
I didn't like
Danny,
that.
Danny, the antiques at the Market Mall, is that Tropicana and Jones? Is that where that is?
Right, because Danny has a right. Where is that? Danny?
I think it's at Tropicana and Jones. So
it's funny, because Danny has a booth in the what's it called?
What says antiques at?
Where do you see that?
Eastern and Sunset. Okay, Eastern.
Hey Danny, what's that property called?
It's right there. Antiques at the Market Mall.
What am I missing?
Right above it, green.
Antiques. Oh, okay. Antiques at the Market Mall. Melissa loves that area. She hangs out there.
Yeah, Eastern and Sunset.
Quite a bit. So yeah, and I think
it's right by Sunset Park.
I love swap meets. I think they're pretty cool, and I really love negotiating with people. I really love it.
You'd probably be good at it. Yeah,
I love it. It's like most people don't like to buy new cars. Love it.
Well, I always tell the guy when I first walk in the door, I go, "You can make money on the car I'm going to buy or the car I'm trading in. Not on both."
My first line is always, "I'm going to be buying a car today."
Right.
Let's talk. And that everybody.
I love it when they go to you. Are we going to finance this? Are we going to pay cash for it? Haven't decided. Let's go talk.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
I'm buying a car today. I'm going to be.
I was at the Toyota on West Sahara at Jones. This is like 10 years ago, and I was interested in a Toyota 4Runner, I guess it was. So I went driving it around with the guy. First of all, when you get out of I hate the dealerships where you get out of the car and there's like 12 guys on you. Like you're suddenly, I'm the homecoming queen. Look at me. There's somebody on the lot. Whoop, 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 whoop.
You know what it's called? Ups.
Oh yeah, it's your up. But it's like 12 guys running at you. Yeah. So you get hammered the first time. What did you like to see today, sir? It's like, how about you leave me the hell alone for 5 minutes? Let me look at some cars. Right. I'll let you know if I want to drive one.
Right.
So I took out a 4Runner for a test drive, and the guy immediately is turning up the radio. Oh, we got a great sound system. I'm like, fuck the radio. I'm in radio.
By the way, I'm in radio.
Yeah. I said I'm not interested in the radio. I want to feel the car. I want to hear it. I want to hear it when it hits a bump.
Right.
And all this kind of stuff. And it was really kind of tinny, and it was really a rough ride in general. I didn't like it. Right. So as I came back around, I told the guy, So then here comes the sales rep. Hey, Mr. Grant, what'd you think? Unimpressed. He's like, unimpressed? What do you mean unimpressed? I mean unimpressed.
Right. This is impressed.
Unimpressed.
Impressed.
Well, what didn't you like
with a
about
line
it?
over it?
Well,
impressed. Un.
Yeah, the stereo system's fantastic.
Yes,
The rest of the car sucked.
right. What kind of car was it?
It was a Toyota 4Runner.
Oh, yeah.
And I ended up going to Friendly Ford at Decatur and Vegas Drive, and I bought an Explorer, which I met a salesperson who was an older woman who was fantastic. She's just like, Brett, whatever you want to do, I'll take you out for a ride. Hey. And we'll just, whenever you want to, whenever you're ready, just call me. And she'd handled it perfectly.
Right.
And she just retired like a year or two ago, and she's a very nice lady. And I probably bought 5 cars from her.
Oh, no shit.
And recommended people to go buy cars from her. So she always loved me when I came by because she'd say, hey, so-and-so came by and bought a car. And so-and-so came by and that kind of stuff. So she was really good, and she retired. Good. And but I was, to me, the secret to buying a car is a couple things. The opposite of the DMV, you go at the end of the month, and you go at 8 o'clock at night. And they close at 9. And you're like, who wants to sell a car in an hour?
I tell you what, the secret is simply not to be afraid. And B, the secret is this. You recognize, of course, that you know what their cost is.
Right.
You go to fucking Edmunds or whatever the website is, and you know everything it is. And so I'm not trying to make them so they lose money. I believe they deserve their 1 or 2% on the deal. So I'll walk in and go, look, here's the deal. This is just what it is. I'm a best and final guy. I'm not going to be fucking ping-ponging back with you guys. Just give me your number.
Right.
And if it's good, we're good. And if not, fuck, that's cool too. I'll tell you, the best dealership I've been to was for Melissa's car, an Acura dealer here on Sahara.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Right.
Just really impressive. Good stuff. Follow-up. We bought that car almost a year ago, probably. Yeah. And they're still following up. Everything good?
Right.
6 months, nice. 9 month checkup. Everything good? Do you need anything? Anything we can do for you? Fuck. Awesome.
Nice of them.
Very impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a couple more questions. Next one is from Ken. Are there any $5 craps tables on the strip?
They're hard to find on a Friday night, Saturday night, that's for sure, especially the bigger casinos. You could certainly go to the smaller place of the world, the Casino Royales of the world, and play dollar craps, $5 craps. Excalibur might have something like that. I mean, the Tropicana might. You're going to have to go to one of the older hotels.
SLS, did you say that?
The SLS.
Right now
actually, the SLS gives you $100 if you walk in the door.
And a blowjob.
And they don't require you to stay when you're finished. Yeah, you don't have to.
You don't have to say. They don't have to say thanks.
There's no cuddling involved.
Fuck off me.
See you later.
Right, give me my money and get the fuck off me. Right. Well, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I thought actually I was going to answer that with downtown. I didn't realize it was a strip question. Yeah. Fuck, that would be hard. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're not going to find one at Bellagio in Paris and the Wynn and all that kind of stuff.
Circus.
Potentially,
might have it as well. But if you're playing $5 craps, I mean, come on, what are you doing? Yeah.
Well,
I'm kidding.
You'd be surprised though.
I'm a $2 blackjack.
You get enough money on a table with $5 a pop, and suddenly you got 20 bets out there. You're like, okay, there's $100 on the table, and
craps completely
depends on how much you want to play.
It freaks me out.
I got to tell you a real quick crap story. Can I tell you a real quick craps story?
You certainly can.
I used to play hockey until I got sick. So about 5-6 years ago, I stopped playing. But we always played we used to play at the Santa Fe. And then they closed the rink at the Santa Fe and put up the movie theaters, and they built a rink at the Fiesta up north off of Rancho. So we would go and we were playing craps one night at the Fiesta after our hockey game. So it's a Sunday night about 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
There are 4 people playing craps. There's an old guy, and then myself, and 2 of my buddies. So we're shooting craps. And I get the die, and I throw for 45 minutes, and I never threw a 7 for 45 minutes.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm up $2,000-$3,000. My buddy's up $4,000 or $5,000, and my other buddy somehow is down. Like, how the fuck can you be down? I haven't thrown a 7 in like an hour. What's the matter with you?
With me,
right?
Not against
exactly.
me.
I don't know what you're doing.
These are the rules.
So my other buddy, who was a more aggressive better than I was, he says to me, he goes, if you throw, and the pit boss is a guy, kind of a heavy-set guy, who's leaning over, and it's like we just ran over his dog like 15 times. And he's watching his money kind of go away, and he's the actual supervisor.
Right.
And he's like, oh, my God. And the dealers are there, and they're just kind of smiling. We're tipping them. They're having fun.
Sure.
But the pit boss is like, oh, my God, how am I going to explain this?
Right.
We only took in like 5,000.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's to explain?
I know. So my buddy goes, and he had to put his mouth on it, which is something you never do. Which is
he put his mouth
when
on
you
the,
put your
on
when
the,
you talk. No, when you put your mouth on it means you said something like a guy's throwing a no hitter. Hey, he's throwing a no hitter.
Oh, he
you
put his
stupid
mouth
prick.
on it.
Next pitch is a home run.
wow.
So he goes, if you throw one more double anything, I've got every chip on that side of the table in my rack. And he was right, because he's now up to like $200 or $300 on each of the hard ways. He goes, you throw any hard way at 20 to 1, 10 to 1, 7. I got everything over there. And then of course that's when I threw a 7. Like, way to go. But then when you look out there, you go,
Good
oh my
night.
God. Well, you look at your rack and you're going, okay, I got $2,000-$3,000 here. Shit, there was another $1,300 on the table that you don't even realize is growing and growing and growing as you go through. You're like,
oh, it's a crazy. I mean, it's
let's take those all down. I'll start over. Here's my $5 bet again.
Okay,
and then I came back around and I threw it again for another half an hour.
Really?
Oh, I did. It was unbelievable, amazing roll.
See, I've never that game intimidates the crap out of me. I just like living. Last one from LSU, Crazy Man. What is your favorite lounge for live music on the Strip? Video poker access is a plus. Well, that's actually a question about music. If you want to do the quintessential Las Vegas weekend, I'm a tourist and having a good time. I like Paris, and I don't even know what the name of their what this little lounge is called. You walk in the main entry, you make a left, and it's right there. And we've talked about it before. It's got this. It's a top 40 celebrate, that kind of place. I love those kind of places.
Okay.
You know, about 8 or 9 guys playing. Everybody's dancing. They're drinking. They're having a good time.
They're playing 80s tune?
80s and 70s disco and dance. Cool in the gang.
Yeah,
and, you know, she's a brick. Yes, she is. God damn it. She's, you know, that stuff makes me giddy.
All right.
So for that. Now, if you want to see some classy entertainment, go to Mandarin Oriental. Their bar, which is I think on the 23rd floor or whatever.
Right.
It's more of a classic jazz, not the smooth jazz notch. It's like real jazz people, of which there are several here in Las Vegas. It's a great place to go for that. I also like the Lift Bar, which was mentioned in the there's another one right there. Jesus, a couple of them. A Lift Bar at Aria. Tends to be, there's actually this guy who's doing kind of a piano thing that's really good. And Lift Bar also has the greatest view of people walking by who look like giraffes who have broken legs. Cosmo, the Chandelier Bar, you know, I haven't been there in a while. They used to have some really, really good bands on that first floor, kind of facing east, I guess it is.
Right.
But I haven't been there in a long time. I don't really know if they're still doing gigs. I knew a guy who was doing stuff there, but he hasn't really said. If you go souther on the Strip, if you go to
Souther,
if you go to Bootlegger Bistro doesn't really count on the Strip.
Yeah.
Bootlegger, but I've always said this before. Monday, you want to see the most fascinating array of musicians. Some who are working on the Strip but want to do something different. Some who are trying to get on the Strip and are doing everything they can to get there. Bootlegger on Monday is the best place in the world for that. It's fascinating to see that kind of stuff. Those are the guys I normally go. There's actually, I think it's at Encore, or is it Win? Encore or Win? But they have one right by XS. That's that Encore? They have like a piano jazzy thing. It's also pretty cool. It depends on the music. I really dig the quiet jazzy thing as well, where you can just kind of really appreciate people who are good at what they do, who really know their craft. And you can just have a nice cocktail and watch that and let them know that you appreciate that. I'm really into that. So that's kind of the place for me. So that's it. Okay, let's speaking of drinking. Sing it, Brett. Come on.
I can't do it like Scott can.
You can. All right, everybody. This is Have a Drink.
Did you even say a word there?
Not really. You don't confuse the facts with the facts, babe. All right. This is Have a Drink. I mean, this is the part of the show where I'm going to show you a bar that I've been to or I'm aware of.
I don't think you put it in the... Did you put it in the new one?
What do you mean? Yeah, it's down there. Sure as fuck better be there.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
Okay.
And you guess what that bar is. You may be saying to yourself, Scott, what happens if I guess the right one?
We did have a suggestion for another guess or another prize.
Really?
Which was the shot glass. from the Arches at Whitneyville.
Nothing wrong with that, except for shipping would be a fucking pain in the ass.
Why? You just
stand by.
Wrap it in a tissue, Tito.
Get ready to do your voiceover. Are you ready?
What's my... Oh, yeah, okay. What am I doing?
Fuck this up. What might they win, Brett?
Scott, they can win all kinds of cool stuff, including this, the sexy Vegas Video Network visor. Yeah, beautiful.
Wait.
And there's more. There's Gajazathon. Oh, there we go. That's gin and tonic. Here it comes. Finally.
Shit, right.
That's the wrong one. There it is. Gajazathon. Whew. Where's Gajazathon 2?
Or music stuff. Christmas stuff.
Or we have Christmas acoustic.
And of course,
there's always have a drink on Scott. Yes. I'm not sure if you want to have a drink on Scott. Have a drink with Scott.
And that's have a drink on me. Thank you, Brett.
You're welcome.
Okay. Very well done. Very well done. Okay, so let's remind each other what we did last week. By the way, that's where you can go and listen to Gajazathon. Which, by the way, the Arches of Whitneyville was playing Gajazathon among many other tunes this weekend. It was a huge hit among the people. And by the way, also
the people.
Let's say
Jackie, the people.
Well, let's say you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, what does one of those visors look
like?
Boom, Jackie.
There you go.
Christina.
Everybody. Christina. That's a new one. There's my dad. Hey.
Don.
Pimpin' Wayne.
Mikey Q.
Danny. Look at that.
God.
And me. And me.
That's it. All right. So here we go. Let's look at last week.
Jackie says, show me again.
Okay.
All right. You got to pull it up
there
again,
it is.
Jackie. There you go, Jackie. Okay.
That's Jackie while staying at the Arches of Whitneyville.
Where does Jackie normally reside?
Is there any chance?
Did she not move to Las Vegas? Or you started a new job somewhere, did she not?
She did, actually. She was at the Arches at Whitneyville.
Yeah.
Arches at Whitneyville. We still only have 27 likes, so you fuckers who are listening right now, get on over there and say hi. All right, that's enough of that. Is it still 27? Oh, wait. Yeah, it's still 27. Come on, guys. Give a guy a break. All right. Yeah, she just started a new job. We can't tell you where because she's a spy.
Is she in Las Vegas or no?
No.
Oh.
She lives in the Bay Area.
The Bay Area. Oh, I was up in your neck of the woods there, Jackie. There you go.
So we got,
we're running all over the Palo Alto, San Mateo area.
She's kind of looking around in that general area.
Okay.
So we had 20 of 20 correct guesses.
Wow, what a easy one you gave. And actually, I just saw the picture. One of the pictures of one of the people wearing the hat had the name of the winning thing.
As a matter of fact, she did. That's right. Yeah. That's very good. Okay. Yeah. So 20 of 20. Let's see what we got here. We'll roll through the ones. Being sure to make sure that we. That's the other part that we didn't include. Usually the voiceover guy gets this part.
Oh yes, if you're in the live chat, you'll get more than one entry.
We double your entries.
Double your pleasure. Double your fun. Double your
entries.
Double
if you're in the live chat during this live part of the thing. Okay,
of the live chat.
All right, Scott Van Fleet, also known as Kid Dakota.
Is he here?
I believe he is in here. He's been in there before. Let's take a look.
Kid. I don't think so.
There he is. I see him. Okay, there's Kid.
Scott what?
Van Fleet. James Jones. I don't believe James is in there. By the way, here's a tip for you guys who are in the live chat. Right before we start this, you might want to start or pause and restart the video. The reason you do that is because there's normally a lag as time goes on for you guys who've been on since the very beginning. And if you start and restop, you'll have a much shorter delay. Okay? Just a little bit of a tip for your buddy. Okay, James Jones. Nope. Jackie Davidson. We know Jackie's in the live chat. Boop.
All right.
Mark Stillman. I think that's a new one. Way to go, Marky.
All right.
Eric Hansen, also known as Airport Limbo. Is he in? There he is. There's Airport Limbo. This is the airport you see in the live chat. Ken Anderson. Ken's a longtime supporter of the Vegas Video Network and the Living in Las Vegas podcast. We know Ken's in there. Boop.
He's an athletic supporter.
Our very first time with Tammy Mossbrucker. Thank you, Tammy, for playing along with us. We appreciate that.
Welcome, Tammy.
Carol McNennis. She is not in the live chat, although we've got some stuff coming up from her a little bit later. She's our UK friend.
Cool.
Steve I, the special guy. We know Steve I is in the bad boy chat. Let's make sure of that. Stevie, there he is. Boop. Chantilly lays and funny plays. Everybody's singing. We know that's then. Chantilly. Chan is in there. Let's double check
Chan?
on the
Is that what
Chan.
are you saying Chan?
Chan, yeah. Her name is actually Chantel.
Chantel.
But it's Chan in the live chat. Like a Chan. Chicka-chan. Yucatan.
I got it right here. I did it.
And Chan's mom, Melvina, who does not get credit for having her daughter.
But she has a great voice. A great joke. I've told the joke before. I've already told the joke.
Don't want to hear it again.
Fantastic joke.
Stop. And Monica Fagan, who has a long... You know what? I got to just say this about Monica. She's have been planned since the beginning, and she is not what? Monica, God bless your heart. I'm just going to give you a warm
losing
fuzzy.
friends and faithful supporters by never picking their name, apparently.
And maybe I will add an Arches of Whitney Villa shot glass as a possible opportunity. Which I think I have one here.
Chan, you didn't like my joke? Come on. It wasn't about your mom. It was just about Chicago. Anyway.
So we'll consider this. There it is.
There it is, the Arches at Whitney Villa with a finger. Comes with a finger.
All right. Can't beat that.
Not the finger, but a finger.
Not the finger. Just a finger. Okay. Couple of folks with comments. A couple pretty funny ones here.
All right, so I got no duplicates? No more?
Yeah, maybe hold. Stand by. Charlie Lipset. I'm not sure if Charlie does this or not. We've got a lot of people on it today. I'm not sure. But Charlie had a funny thing. Remember, we're 20 out of 20. Charlie says, you leave more clues than O.J. Simpson. Excellent. Best line.
Well, we want to have people be able to win.
We want them to win.
That's the whole point.
You leave more clues than O.J. Simpson.
That's awesome.
I should give you two just because that was fucking
If it does
funny.
not fit, you can't must
quit. And then Gene Rasmussen says, hey, can I just buy one of these visors?
Ooh.
And the answer is yes.
Fuck yes.
Yes, you can. Are you kidding me?
$8,000.
No.
Gold plated.
If you want a visor, if you want to buy a visor, I don't have it on the website, but if you want one, just because you want to support the good people at the Vegas Video Network, then just send me an email and I'll send you a link that you can go ahead and buy it on PayPal. Okay?
For how much?
$20.
$20. Okay.
$20. All right, and then we've got a whole bunch of good emails.
Okay.
Here we go. Number one.
These are all part of the Haddam emails?
Yeah, because remember, I picked my favorite. Actually, I'll give you a couple. Oh, no, I'm not giving you that one. I'll give you this one. And I'll give you this one as well.
All right.
Okay, stand by. Don't get ahead of myself, all right?
Okay.
All right, Gary. Gary says, "Hi, Scott. I just wanted to thank you for having an awesome show. I like Gary. I just found your website a couple of weeks ago. Isn't that fun? I love that.
Great.
And I'm trying to catch up with all the prior shows. You should talk to Mike Q. He's
awesome.
done that. I currently live in Massachusetts, and I hope to be moving to Las Vegas in the near future. By the way, the bar is..." There it is. It's the Barrymore. And as a matter of fact,
there's your answer.
The Barrymore again.
There's the Barrymore. It's Danny.
There's the Barrymore.
Yes.
And there's the Barrymore. The Barrymore and the Barrymore.
I think Jackie and Danny are officially the chicks of the Living in Las Vegas podcast.
Hope you are keeping cool. Thanks, Gary. Thank you, Gary. All right. Next up is Brian Leach. Now, Brian got all kind of bitchy.
Ooh.
So I'm going to read it. I'm going to take some of this crap out because a lot of it's just stuff I don't hear. Okay. Hey, Chris. Already. He's attacking.
Chris.
Yeah, because everybody some people call me Chris by accident. Right. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Oh, I see where we're going with this, Mr. Leach. I was in the live chat last week during Haddam. You said my name and then kept asking Pimpin' Wayne if he put Steve I in the hat. You didn't even look at the computer. I was in the chat. I even typed here. So you would have to search me out. I'm right here, God damn it. Come on. You're killing me, by the way. It's
Smalls.
Yeah, right. So, sorry. Are you in there again? No, see, he's not there now. Mr. Leach, Chris from Leach Wholesale. No. Okay, so, yeah, you gave me all kinds of crap.
All right, my turn.
Aaron, yes. Aaron Perry.
Aaron Perry first, all right? Yep. Hi, Scott. Alan tells me that this week's Haddam is the Barrymore. I wanted you to know that we frequently listen to your music as we are enjoying our yard in the evenings with an adult beverage. Shouldn't this qualify us for an extra chance to get our name picked? Don't blame me for trying. Aaron Perry from Prescott, Arizona. Prescott.
Very good, Aaron. So I would say this.
I think squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Well, there's no question about that. And you know, Aaron and her husband, Alan, are working together as a team. They're tag team, and I appreciate that. So they're basically doubling already. The question is, should I think what I'll do is this. If with your Haddam entry, you show a picture of you listening to one of my CDs.
You'd almost need a video with the music going.
Well, I don't want to get too rough.
Well, hey, Danny can send you upside-down videos. I'm sure they could figure it out.
That's what worries me, because I don't want another fucking upside-down video. So you send a picture with, like, the Gajazathon CD, or, like, you have Gajazathon on iTunes, or you have it on Spotify. You know what? I'm doubling your entries.
All right. Did we give Tuck a second entry?
Haven't done Tuck yet.
Oh, we haven't got there yet.
Well, who's Tuck? Wait,
Tuck
did I
98.
get 2 tickets from him in the chat? Wait, but I don't. Is Tuck? Who's Tuck? Hey, Tuck, what's your real name? Mark Stillman. Oh, shit. Yeah, Mark Stillman. Sorry, Tuck.
All right.
Fuck.
I'm putting in there. Mother Tucker is going in.
Danny's in the live chat. You mean you want people to suck up? Oh. Yes. That'd be great. If you don't mind.
Danny, I think you already do a pretty damn good job of it.
She already got a hat.
Yeah.
Okay, Alan Perry, read it.
Alan Perry says the bar of this week's Haddam is the Barrymore. I've never been there, but I'm intrigued by the photo. We love outdoor Las Vegas bars in the evening, and the rooftop of this place looks wonderful. It looks like it is within walking distance of the Wynn Encore and is hopefully safe enough to get to. You used to work nearby. Would you agree that the neighborhood is safe enough?
Okay. We have to
and another bar to add to our list.
So that's why I put that in there, because they asked that question. So that bar is on Convention Center Drive.
No.
Yeah. Well, hold on now. Just fucking pump your brakes there, big fella.
You want to go there at night?
Well, hold on. Just fucking pump the brakes. Wait, did Alan, was that Alan's?
Yeah.
Was that the one did he also say about it was a rooftop picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, that picture is not on the rooftop. So we almost have to take away. Huh? No, that picture. Let me bring it back up.
Raggy.
That's not on the roof.
That's not a roof?
That's on the parking lot. That is on the parking lot.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Pretty neat. Okay.
Extra hot then.
But I will say this about that. So it's on Convention Center Drive. Nothing's going to happen to you there. My station there, my network there was there for 4 years. I didn't have any problem. Now, look, the people who were around me, right in my building, vampires. And you don't want to be messing with vampires because they're,
right.
typically not very nice people or entities or whatever you call them. But you're right off the strip. Nothing's going to happen to you. And that place, it's a decent place. Okay. I want you to read
the suggestion is, do you want to walk there from the strip at night?
Oh, fuck no, because it's just too far.
That's what he's asking. That's what he's asking.
It's not a safety question. He asked a safety question. That's not a safety question. It's a distance question. It's You can see Encore right from it. Yeah, but you're walking about a mile to get there. Right. But if you're at Peppermill, walk over there.
Sure.
Perfect.
On the street. Yeah.
I want you to read this one. It's Dave Fagan, but I want you to read this exactly as it's written.
All right. Do I normally?
I probably do, but sometimes you don't know.
Hey, Scott. Brett is looking better than normal.
This
must be the Coors Light. When
Stop. Do you know what that was about?
He thought I was pimping away.
Okay, that's funny.
Thank you, Dave. I think you would say we went to that place after seeing the Pub Crawl podcast. It's the Barrymore. Love the show. My wife asked me if I wanted to go to the water aerobics. I guess you know who won.
Right. So I read that.
I didn't even know we had a guest room.
Right. Okay. Here's a tip from your buddy Scott. We really love that you guys are watching and listening to our show. We really do. But here's the thing. When you're guessing on the Haddam, don't drink too much. Because it's quite clear that our buddy Dave there was wasted out of his fucking gourd. Because there's no way you write what he just wrote without being, let's just say, slightly inebriated.
Yeah.
Because that last sentence,
I did kind of sort of correct the grammar.
You don't. That's why I want you to read it exactly as
okay.
it is.
Now I'll read it exactly
just
as
that
it
last
is.
sentence.
Right. I guess you know how one. I didn't know we even had a guest room. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Byron is in the live chat. Mr. Happy Pants. All right. Byron.
Which one's Byron?
He was the one who said that I read about.
Oh, okay.
Just Byron. Brian.
Yeah, that's not how you spell Byron.
Sorry. Fuck, man. Come on.
No, Jackie spelled it wrong.
Thank you. So just we know who it is. And finally, we've got Gene, the dancing machine Fulgrim, who's Pops, who's in the live chat. So Gene Pops. That's right.
I'll use her live
I guess
chat.
the answer is blah, blah, blah. The clues you made, it was very easy this time. I would expect every entry was correct. And in fact, they was. Were. I will never see the inside of this one, though, because it's a bit too fancy for my taste.
It's not.
Well, hold on. Now, Barrymore's a nice restaurant. The area around it, not as much.
Right.
Even the property, they tried really hard. I know the cat who was running it just got away from him. I didn't see a single spittoon anywhere. Yeah, well, there you go. Ding. What kind of joint are they running anyways? I love the show, even at 11 p.m. Eastern. It's better than anything on TV. And along with laughing, I learned something new every week, with the exception, of course, of this week, which we've done nothing for you. Wayne did a great job.
We had fun.
Yes, we did. Wayne did a great job filling in for Brett. By the end of the show, it was clear that you guys were working really hard, so thanks for the hard work you guys put into it and making it look so natural and easy.
Does he say that we're not working hard currently?
Well, we'll see about his next email.
Come on,
one of those black visors would be lovely. Okay.
All right, we got them all?
That's it.
Okay.
All right, so let's
shuffle them up.
We'll mix them up. Shuffle them up and go. Everybody.
Hey, and before we go to our next break, don't forget to play next week's Adam.
We won't. I'm not going to fuck this up again.
All right. I just figured I'd remind you.
I just did that because it's kind of cute. It's charming. All right,
it's because you got the attention span of a gnat.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't get this kind of shit from my other codes.
Just a little bit of attention deficit disorder.
I got some nice codes.
Come on, Scott.
Here.
Would you go squirrel?
Come on, fuck off and just take one. All right. Jesus Christ.
I got one.
There it is. What do you got?
Quickly, I pulled out.
Winner is.
It looks like Gene Fulgen.
Gene.
Is that what it says?
That's right, Gene. That's the one. And guess
Gene
what?
Fulgen.
Gene. We know what you win. Either real quick voiceover, go.
Gene, you'll win either the fabulous Vegas Video Network Visor, or Gajazathon, Christmas Acoustic, or Have a Drink on Scott, or even the shot glass arches at Whitney Villa.
All right,
the most upscale property in all of Las Vegas.
You got that, baby. All right, let's go for this
pool and great entertainment.
The new Have a Drink on Me. Here it is. Ready? Boop.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, fuck, it is. This is going to be a hard one.
You think?
Yeah.
All right.
You think you knew? There's no way you knew this before you looked at the notes.
Of course not.
No fucking way. Okay, here we are. Here's our first clue for this particular Have a Drink on Me. It's a new bar.
Oh, Pops wants the shot glass.
Pardon me?
It was Pops. I didn't realize it was Pops. He wants the shot glass.
Oh, right. Fucking great. You want me to ship a fucking shot glass? It's easy to... Oh, for fuck's sake. His idea was...
It was his idea, too.
All right.
And he won. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. Way to go, Pops.
I'm telling you, man. There's some goddamn communistic bullshit going on here. All right. Hit number one. It's a new bar connected to a new restaurant. It's a new bar connected to a new restaurant.
Oh, that didn't help.
Tip number two. One of the, if not the best views of, quote, some fountain.
Okay.
One of the, if not the best view of some fountain. Number three, this is a James Beard award-winning chef created this place. A James Beard award-winning chef created this.
And if you don't know who James Beard is,
he is a super fancy guy who does super fancy. He's a 2-star Michelin thing or whatever that's all about. He's a pretty good guy.
Is this a James Beard?
It's a Brett Beard, which is it's a Brett Beard. Yeah. So here's the thing. Actually, I think people already know, and they do have, and the uniforms. Here's a fourth clue: the uniforms of the girls who work there remind me of the Jetsons.
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter
his wife,
Judy.
Jane, his wife. Dun, 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 which is chopsticks, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Astro.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
All right, send your emails to haveadrink@vegasvideonetwork.com.
Usually look at Sprockets. Mr. Sprockets.
Yeah, well, that's good. Right. Okay, stop it.
Okay. Send your answers to Have a Drink at... That's the on-air cue. Wrong one.
No, that's the regular one we always have up. We've already did that. We're done with that segment. You know what we're going to do now?
Take a break. Oh, let's read now. You better. It's I've been corrected. It's Mr. Spacely Sprockets. That's what it was.
Sprockets.
I knew it was something like that.
Bringing the show down. Okay, we're back to listener email. This is the part where you guys ask us questions and we make up the answers for you. As we said in the open that little video there, if it's a woman, then Brett reads it. If it's a man, then I read it. We're going to begin with Brett.
I don't like this email. I don't like this already.
Well, really? I don't remember. Okay, this email. Oh, I know why you don't like it. Don't just fucking read it. This email is from Carol in the UK.
I'm hurt, Carol. I'm hurt.
Oh, you're mean, Carol.
Carol, you're gonna make me cry.
Breaking Brett's heart.
Oh, right, she's breaking
read
my
it
heart.
away.
Don't
baby.
go breaking my heart.
Sing it.
Carol says someone suggested you run a competition for co-host of the day.
Huh?
It wasn't me. I think the co-host who can withstand the sizzling Nevada temperatures in the studio should win. The criteria of the true winner could be they do not mention air conditioning or heat throughout their time on the show. Did Pimp and Wayne do it?
You did.
Oh, I always do.
That's what
although I haven't today. It's been kind of comfortable in here today.
I have the fucking fan blowing on.
No, so it's not. You know what? It was
it's
cloudy.
because it's not 400 degrees.
Right, it's only 95. B, no fanning themselves furiously or acting as if they were dying. That's 100% you.
Today it is.
Because you sweat like a stuck pig.
Today is because I had the fan on you.
Yeah, whatever. Or C, the ability to last the over or under without passing out from heat stroke.
Right.
Then and only then
That's
will
right.
Scott find the perfect partner for the Living in Las Vegas show and studio. Oh, and they do need to make sure their stories are really, really quick.
Pooh.
All right, okay. So right now it's still me.
So far, you're in. Okay, this next email is from Ken. Ken felt like he had to correct me.
Doesn't he do that enough on Facebook every day?
Fuck, man. I'm here. I'm giving my all, baby. I'm sweating. I lose 5 pounds for you people on my show. And instead, you guys want to reach out and correct me. That's fucking sweet. Just sweet as fuck. All right, here's what Ken says. I have already sent in my answer for Haddam. It was the Barrymore. Oh, it's a shame you lost, Ken. Oh, man. But found this information that ties into last week's show about 86ing something. Now, I think I told you last week that 86 means, it's a Las Vegas term, that you send somebody 8 miles out into the desert and 6 feet down. Aha! 86. I believe that answer is correct. It is, without question, the best answer for 86. Apparently,
and Ken says,
nope.
No.
Nope, you're a lying mother... Okay. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, which, of course, is questionable.
Right.
Who's
reading
Anybody
Oxford?
Reading dictionaries anymore?
Exactly.
It's not on Wikipedia, and you could suck me. All right. The first verifiable use of 86 is in the refuse service to, since dates to 1944 book about John Barrymore. Well, it's very...
let's go back to the Barrymore picture for the 45th time.
A movie star, yeah, we know who he is. Infamous for his drinking. There was a bar in the Barrymore was known in that cubby as an 86. An 86 in a patios of Western dispensary means don't serve them. Fuck! That doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
You are a liar, Ken!
I think that was written by the guy that wrote the other email earlier today. Like it must be a Ken's alias.
All right. That's it. We're not taking any more emails unless it's like, I really enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
I found you.
Well, guess what? The over won again. Just thought I'd let you know.
Where are we at?
About an hour and a half.
I'm okay with that.
We're getting better.
We're about done. That's it. Thank you very much. All right. Thanks for playing along, everybody. You guys are the best in the entire world. If you want to send an email to us, you do that at onairq@livinginlv.com. Again, onairq@livinginlv.com. If you want to send an email to us or a voicemail, boom, go to that website, click that little red thing on the side. It will allow you to do voicemail with the magic of your computer. It's really like God right there. Hey, if you're watching or listening to us on iTunes, and of course you are, why don't you leave us a 5-star review?
Five thumbs up.
Or 5 thumbs up, very much like Danny does.
Yeah.
And no one will make fun of you for having 5 thumbs. Of course, if you're watching us on the YouTube, which is one of our new Haddam people found us on YouTube, give us a thumb up there. Share it with your friends. Put it on the Facebook. Tell everybody you know. Of course, we're also on, I was going to say KSHP. I've given up on KSHP. Not that I don't like them. It's just that I'm so sick of the cussing. No, actually, I like to cuss. I don't like taking them out.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If you could change the FCC rules, well, fuck,
we're all over it.
That's good. Roku, 31,165 installations of our show. Stitcher, TuneIn, Chromecast, Apple TV, Google TV, Fire TV, Vegas Video Network, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm your host, Scott Whitney. That's Brett Graham. We are so happy that you were here. Anything else you'd like to say before we leave, Brett?
I'd like to say goodbye. And thanks for being with us. It was a fun show. I'm glad to be back.
It's good to have
now
you
I'm leaving
back.
town again.
That was fascinating. Are you going to be gone next weekend?
No, I'll be
next
back.
Week? Oh, okay.
I might just take a little weekend jaunt down to San Diego.
Let me guess. California?
Whale's vagina.
Really?
San Diego.
California?
Yeah.
You're almost never in California.
I hate California.
You should go to California.
I should, yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks, everybody.
I want to drive 5 miles an hour on the El Camino Pass.
You're not talking right now, are you?
No, not at all.
All right. Good God. It's like people just learned how to do a fucking broadcast.
I think we've broken every boundary
Are you
possible.
still talking?
Yep.
God bless your little heart.
Since you responded.
I don't even know what to do with you anymore. Just love me.